Hello everyone, welcome back. Good evening. Today is Saturday, December 13. We have nothing to talk about today. I know, pretty crazy. No, we do have some stuff. We'll get into it later. It's nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I spent the whole day searching and searching for news and there's just nothing important going on. There's still stuff either way, so don't worry. We will not lack content for today. That should be fine. Major stuff, actually. I'm saying there's nothing going on, but then there's also major stuff. I'm saying major in terms of the gravity of situation of things. People are dying around the world. Isn't that crazy? That's the big news for today. Which is unfortunate, but yeah, anyways. We'll get into all that. We'll get into some price action. I really don't know if anything is going to change. Bitcoin has not moved an inch since yesterday. Look at this flat line. You can obviously tell when there's a Saturday. So yeah, this is painful to look at for price chart action. And I've kind of discussed what I was expecting for crypto prices pretty well in yesterday's stream. So you can compare that and reference it. Just check, what percentage of what I say today will match what I said yesterday. I'm hoping it's still the same. But yeah, we'll get into all that. What else do I got going on? Really nothing. Really nothing. Yeah, we just gotta wait for tomorrow so we can get our new pivot levels. It'll help us determine whether or not we can continue rising, continue dropping, what to expect. My opinion is we might lose our uptrend here pretty soon due to the significance of this downtrend that we have going on. It's more of a long-term one that comes from our all-time high. There's no other downtrend after this one. If we do break it, that is a great sign, of course, and I'm going to go max long if we ever do break that. Probably not. I don't know. We'll see. Super trend is on the rise as expected for today. Due to the low volatility, this thing will start pushing its way back upward. I didn't know where it would slow down to. We kind of don't know yet. It's still on its way up, but trying to follow this uptrend in the meantime. What is this? Okay, let me just adjust that. Okay. What else? What else? What else? Nothing much, right? Yeah, my previous trade, I've talked about that. Really just waiting for Bitcoin. What to do here? Not much to do but to wait. I'm noticing Hyperliquid's up 4% today. Let me check on the heat map. Not for liquidations, who cares about that? It's all manipulation. Let's have a look at the RSI. Is anything moving significantly? I have no idea what Folks is, but it's shooting up like crazy. Monad is on its way down. Another L1. Meme core is on its way down as well. Hey, maybe it's the time to start getting into memes? I don't know, dude. Huma, I don't know what that is. Rest of the market is pretty stable. Meme core is on its way down, though. Potential short opportunity. Let's have a look. MUSDT, please. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Here it is. It was up 13%. With a very overbought RSI. Yeah, fair enough. It's on its way down. I don't know if I want to short this uptrend here, though. And I'm obviously not going to long while we are overbought. So I'm just going to stay out of this, of course. How have we been doing, though? It was a nasty crash. November 27. What were you doing on the night of November 26, 27? Don't want to say the forbidden numbers, but yeah, at least we broke the downtrend and it broke significantly. It's skyrocketing right now. Slowing down a little. No point in going long. You're going to be paying funding fees. I don't know if this was in the negative in the past. Surely you can review the funding rate history right there, but fine, I'll look at it. I'm assuming this would have been negative at some point. No, it was never negative. Oh, it was over here a little bit, though. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. 0.03. In some occasions, it was a bit negative. I'm just not scrolling far back enough. Here we go. November 27. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 28. This was negative 0.5, 0.6, 0.8%. Negative 1% would have been great to be longing at those prices. November 28. You'd be getting paid in funding fees, and you also bought it at a killer price. And now you just reap the benefits of that if you were able to take profit from that. Congratulations. I feel like meme core is really volatile, super volatile, to the point where I don't even know if we should be trading on this. You probably could. You could take advantage of the probability, I mean, of the volatility, but the probability of you getting these correct, it's going to be a bit difficult. It's not following what indicators do. It just kind of does its own thing. I don't know. The movements are pretty easy to see. I don't know. Maybe I'll do a double take on this. For the future, note for the future, might have a look into meme core. Don't know why, but we'll see. Ethereum maintaining its uptrend, pretty nice. 3,000, still very important support. That hasn't changed. I still like it. Do I have Ethereum? I think I do. I do. I was thinking about, since I have the capital to do this, should I save one position at a time kind of deal? It's going to be a very risky thing to do, but I think I might be able to pull it off. But I don't know if I really want to do this, because this is like the last bit of money that I do have. But I will be starting work soon, so, you know, I'd have a reliable source of income, provided I don't do anything stupid at work. I don't think I will, but might be an option. Might be an option. What I'm talking about specifically is, I'll take you to the worst, the position that is doing the least bad, because all of these are doing bad, right? All these positions. The one that's doing the least bad is probably BitTensor. Tau. I put 978, 1,000 margin, right? And I'm losing 500 of that. Okay, I'm halfway gone. And we've been at a very dangerously close to liquidated price on BitTensor. December 1st, we hit 253. I liquidated at 242. What I'm thinking of doing here, yo, very risky is a red flag already. I know, but hear me out, okay? Listen. So my average price is 356. I've only got 1,000 in this position. If I was to buy right here, right now, I've got about 10 grand. This would drop my average price to maybe 300, if not lower. How much would this be actually, like right now? Dropping the whole thing. This gives me a liquidation price of 201. It's basically 300. It's close to 300 where my average price would be. I draw my average price from 356 to 300 and we'll give it 305, let's just say, okay? I'm not going to do the math here, but I'm giving you rounded numbers. 305 is my new average price, lowering it from here. Obviously, BitTensor is going to rise above 300 at some point in its history. I'll be in the green. I'll close out the position, even if it's with like $20 profit. I'm exaggerating, but it might be like 100 because I'm putting 10 grand in here, 3x leverage. I'm saved. I'm out of BitTensor. And I can use that same amount of money to move on to the next coin. What else is doing least bad? Stellar Lumen, also same deal, dropped 1,000 and I'm losing 600 on it. Same deal. Oops, did not mean to draw. My average price is 29.9, basically 30 cents. I like the uptrend. I have not looked at Stellar for a long time, but here we are. Same deal. I dropped the 10 grand. It's in USDC, but I could just convert that easily. I dropped the 10 grand in here. Drops my average price to basically 24, maybe 25. Surely Stellar goes above 25 in the upcoming days. And same deal. Take profit from it, even if it's a little, or just break even at least, and take me out of the position. I stop paying fees and I don't got to worry about this thing possibly getting liquidated. This can all go south though if it doesn't go up that 1 cent and it just goes down lower. We have another bad liquidation day, and I lose it all. I lose the whole 10 grand. That's the issue. It could happen here. It could go well with every single one, and on the very last one, let's just say it's Sui. Sui's like the final boss over here because it got 6 grand in there. That can just, like... I could lose it all right there, and I don't even think I could save Sui that much. Dropping, let's just say I get... I'm not going to have only 10 grand, but I'm going to take out the profits from the rest of these, obviously. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, let's just say 22 grand with whatever profit I make. Oh no, I think I might be able to actually. If I did that one by one on each coin. Possibly, that could be a way for me to save myself. Will I do it? Probably not. Especially not this week. This week we're expecting potentially bad stuff to happen. War in Venezuela. Now we might get a war in Syria against ISIS. There's a new development that I'll talk about today. Bank of Japan hiking rates, practically a guarantee. I don't know if markets are going to be pricing that in right now or at 10 a.m. on Monday or whatever the case is. We'll see. And other economic data, and there was another bearish catalyst that was happening, but I forgot. Something. It'll come up eventually. We're probably going to get big liquidation because screw you. That's why. Let's see. S&P 500 making all-time highs this week. Give us a dang pump. Like, dear Lord, crypto has sucked this year. I agree. Yeah, dude, we're still in a red year still. Even if it's by like down 3%. Come on. We got to end the year in the green at least, hopefully. Maybe we do get our Santa rally, right? Lowered your cost basis on Sui from $2 to $1.85. I'll have a look at Sui now. It's at 161. You're at 185. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. I know 170 is like a really important resistance. We've been covering that for a while, but we still have this uptrend that is in our favor. But I mean, I've mentioned that Sui's got the same kind of price action when it comes to comparing the charts with Bitcoin, for example. We've got this big downtrend that comes from basically our all-time high, I hope. No, this is a different one. But still, a very long time ago, after October 10, downtrend that is kind of overshadowing what we're seeing right here. Yeah, we do have an uptrend, but this one, I don't know if it's going to be easy to break. And also considering the fact that we've had this 170 as an important resistance, I don't know, we've been touching on it a couple of times. Maybe we do break it and go higher. But like I said, we're getting some interesting developments next week, especially with Bank of Japan. I don't know if that will really impact things too crazy. But it's just going to be this thing that people are going to be scared about. The AI bubble is another thing, even though in my opinion, we're far past that. But people like to use that as a narrative to drive prices lower. And hey, sure, if I was a hedge fund manager, I probably would too. So there's also that. Yeah, I don't see any other reasons. Rest of the fundamentals are still bullish. We should be mooning every single altcoin right now, but nope, people don't want to, so we gotta wait. Solana still in its range, zone, area, lateralization, whatever you want to call it. Technically still in an uptrend. No big changes here. Supertrend has not gone up yet, but to be fair, it has been pretty close to the current price itself, so I don't think there's much room for this to rise. We're going to be using 128 as our invalidation zone until we actually get a trend change or until we break out of resistance, 145 for Solana. I do want new pivot levels, please, next week. We'll see. Okay, Hyperliquid, it says it's up 4%. We're still on a downtrend. Nothing much has changed here. This is kind of dropped a little, the super trend, going from 32.56 to 32.48. It's just going as planned here. I'd like that it is a little lower though. The lower it gets, the faster we are able to break out of it, the faster we can get a trend change on Hyperliquid. As of right now, there's no clear uptrend. Good luck finding one. We're going to have to make a new one based off of whatever this bottom was on December 11. For whatever reason, we made a bottom there, 26.85. Okay, we'll see though. After that can immediately take us to something above $35 for Hyperliquid before we meet up our next resistance. That's kind of what I would assume based off this price action. And of course, 40 most important psychological resistance. I mean, currently we're trying to face 30, right? That's like the resistance we're seeing here. I might as well draw it. $30. There we go. We'll see how price behaves around here. Plenty of stuff to worry about for Hyperliquid, but I like the project. It will do good. You're fine. Yeah, we're thankful for a 4% pump on a Saturday. Totally not suspicious. Chainlink, just literally doing nothing, honestly. It's been a bit boring. But it has climbed a little, right? Still maintaining the uptrend, $13.75. $15 still its resistance. Invalidates the uptrend at $12.81. Still, no big changes. Alright. What else we got? Aptos. 168. We did make a new bottom yesterday at 159. It just keeps going lower. It just doesn't stop. But the comeback will be legendary though. Don't disregard that. Right? This is disgusting though, this price action. We just keep going lower, man. I'm gonna keep playing it safe though. I'm not entering until we break 185 first. As of right now, it says 185. This is still peaking its way lower, so we'll see where it slows down at. But as of right now, that downtrend invalidation is looking at 185. Anything that flips the trend over, I can start entering more confidently in Aptos. Put a stop loss behind or below whatever this low point is, or whatever it will be. Who knows if this will keep dropping. But that's why we're waiting, because we don't know for sure. If you're in early, though, that's a really good funding rate. Not really, but it's still negative, so if you're long, you're getting paid. Congrats. And then BitTensor. Keeping the uptrend intact as well. 266, it is peaking its way upwards. I like that. Should I do this? I don't know. I'll consult with my financial advisor and then I'll let you guys know. I don't have a financial advisor. It's just me and my brain, my other brain cell. My left and my right brain. I'm not actually going to do this though, so let me delete this before I accidentally commit a crime. Alright, we're good. Yeah, what to do with these positions, man. Gotta save them somehow. Maybe I can. Maybe I can. We'll see. It's a project for the future. Today's the Saturday though, I'm not going to go into these. I'm expecting drops, maybe. Volatile drops toward next week that could flip trend over. This is based off price action and potential catalysts. But then after that, I think we will begin a Santa rally indeed. After December 18, surely. Or 19, whenever the Bank of Japan interest rate hike was. I wrote it down. It's at... Okay, I wrote Thursday. Oh no, I wrote December 18. Okay. It's going to be 10 p.m. for us, so we're going to cover that live. We're going to do a rate cut watch party. Isn't that fun? And then, because over there it's going to be 10 a.m. for them, or whatever. What's the time in Japan? Brother, what time is it in Japan? Okay, so they're 12 hours plus 14 hours ahead of us. That means it will be it will be noon for them when they do their interest rate decision. Why? Why do you guys do it at noon? That is so weird. Why aren't you normal like us? We do it at 2 p.m. I mean, Canada does it at a different time as well. They do it at like, what is it, 10 a.m., 9 a.m.? Pretty sure. I could fact check. I might as well. We've got a lot of time and not much to discuss. So let me go to countries, Canada, save. Give me... We had a rate cut last week, previous week. December 9. No, 10. It was the 10th. Bank of Canada was at 9:45 and then 10:30. Yeah, that's also a weird time. Who am I to blame Japan? They're fine. Okay, that's all for price action for these coins. I was doing a bit more research between the two because I brought up something interesting in yesterday's stream. What are we choosing here, guys? Zcash or Monero? My research, what I learned, I'm basing this off of my brain, so I might get facts wrong. Zcash is more of a optional privacy blockchain, right? That's why it's more accepted in a lot of different exchanges, centralized exchanges, because the government can be like, we don't like the fact that you guys are making your blockchain private, so you better show us normal transactions. And if you want to do something private, it's kind of easy to identify. Like the fungible tokens or whatever they mentioned, it was too easy to determine. Whereas Monero, it's built in, fully decentralized and private. You're not going to know who it is, and there's no optional feature to do the public sending or peer-to-peer transactions, whatever you use it for. Which is why somebody like John McAfee loved it. And what else? I think that's it, really. The only good thing is, okay, and that's why also Monero is not available in a lot of centralized exchanges, because government doesn't like that, which is something I have discussed in the past. So which one is better? Zcash seems to be the one that's more available to people. It can, because of that optional functionality, right? But then, I'm trying to think here, because it's going to be harder to get access to Monero. For actual use cases, yes, Monero would be better. But if we're talking about trading and holding, it's probably going to be Zcash. They do also have the Bitcoin tokenomics, which, you know, the deflationary nature. Not really deflationary. It's a hedge against inflation. That's what it is. It's not deflationary, because the supply is not decreasing. It's always increasing until a set point, right? So it's got that going for it. Whereas Monero, from what I know, I don't know about its tokenomics specifically, but I don't think it's inflationary, but it has a infinite max supply. So I don't know exactly how that would work. But yeah, that's a little research I've done. So maybe I might lean over to Zcash, and I have looked at Zcash. They are recovering. I don't remember if I looked at the chart yesterday, but whatever I drew, I did draw a trade, by the way, and I just deleted it because I was embarrassed or something. I don't know. I put something like this. I was like, yeah, if Zcash breaks above here, I put a stop loss below there and a take profit, something like that. Feel free to fact check me. It was something like this. And ultimately, that is indeed happening. It was horrible, but, you know, I drew this far in advance, back when this was still on its way down, and it recently made this low. I was like, yeah, whenever we break out of this downtrend, you enter here, you put a stop loss below there, and hope for the best, right? Maybe this can happen. Who knows? I also saw on Polymarket, there's bets for Zcash. Really? Okay, Zcash. Is it like this? Yeah, will Zcash hit $1,000 by December 31st? It was either I start betting on Polymarket for will Jesus Christ return by 2025 year end, or will Zcash hit 1,000 by December 31st? I didn't want to blaspheme against our Lord and Savior, so I might have to do this. Will Zcash hit 1,000 by December 31st? I'm a bit nervous to do it, actually. I don't think it will. Like, in the bottom of my heart, I don't think we will. So I would bet no. And I wouldn't get too much of a big return because, what is it, 96% of everybody agrees with me. Although, just a month ago, the odds were a little higher. It was more of a 50-50 because the price was around like 500 plus, 700. I was actually pretty close. See, I don't know. It did have a huge rise like this. Can that happen again? If we do get a Santa rally, that could absolutely happen. We just hit $1,000 Zcash and I'm gone. Whatever I put in here. What is it? 200? I could put 271.94. Oh, come on, let me type. 271.94. I make a staggering $10 if I'm right. Okay. Maybe I could hedge this somehow. Maybe I could also go long on Zcash. Maybe right now, maybe not right now. I don't know. We're in an uptrend, right? If I find in a 15-minute chart, we got a good entry, like over here. I might actually. What would the trade look like? Let me just draw it out. Something like this. Stop below this. I don't know. I'm not going to be perfect with it, so I stopped caring. about being precise with these numbers. This is what I would expect from it. Back to a 4-hour chart. This could lose. This could lose pretty easily, actually. Because you can still drop to over here and then bounce back upward. You'll have your new uptrend drawn. Something like this. It's currently looking like this. Yeah, that's actually pretty perfect. Okay, I might wait. I might wait before I enter. And if I do, I'm going to enter somewhere like this for Zcash. So that means a drop around 380 plus. We'll see. I could go long, and if we actually do hit $1,000, that's going to be a pretty significant profit if I'm entering at about, we'll say, $400. And if I'm also right, I will also lose the 271, but I'll probably make a lot more from profits over here. And if this doesn't hit 1,000, because that is a pretty far rise, right? Where would we have to be? I could also do the math on market caps later, but from here, we're talking about a 100%, 125% rise. I'd lose 271, but I also make that money. Or maybe I just make another $10, and whatever profit we make from here, if this rises to maybe even 500, I'll still be in profit here as well. In my opinion, there's no way to lose here. So that was the thing with Polymarket. Good way to hedge. You could also do something even crazier. Will Binance hit 1,500 by December 31st? Okay, that's obviously not going to happen. That's why it's only 1% chance it happens. But doing safe bets like this, I think it's pretty safe. I don't know. Nothing is safe in the crypto market. Even if you want things to go up, there's a chance that it will, right? Just as much as there's a chance that everything crashes and goes to the garbage. I want to do the calculation here. This is where I embarrass myself live. So the price of each Zcash token is $438. We have a $7.2 billion market cap. There are 16 million Zcash tokens in circulation right now. How the math works, prepare to learn something new or laugh at me in the comments. 16 million, 430. That's how much Zcash tokens are in circulation. How do I want to do this? Multiplied by the price. If each token costs 438.65, there's the market cap, the 7.2 billion. Okay, perfect. What would the market cap have to be? 16,430,000 times. If each token costs $1,000, the market cap would have to be $16 billion. 16.4 billion. We would have to double and more the current market cap of Zcash. This is not an inflationary token. The highest we hit in recent times was 10 billion, obviously, that, or else we would have hit 1,000 before. We only hit 700, sorry, in recent highs. It's saying 600 here, that's a lie. It's 700. 761. Ignore this all-time high, by the way. That's fake. And that would put us around something as large as Cardano right now, just below Dogecoin, number 10. It could be doable. It's in the big leagues here, but I think there's going to be this war between Zcash and Monero still. You know, people who would prefer Monero for how long it's existed. It's only a little bit longer than Zcash. I'd reviewed that yesterday. Yeah, there's talks about that. I think it's a safe bet. I just closed my Polymarket tab, but I think I will go back and actually do that kind of bet. And I mean, if things do start rising, well, first I'm expecting a retracement to around over here. Just from price action, what I'm seeing would be a great entry point, and then I'll go long, ambitious take profit, because I'm expecting this thing to hit 1,000, or I'm hoping it doesn't either way, but anyways, a rise, Santa rally, whatever the case is, let it do its thing, and, you know, you make profit by December 31st, yes or yes. I don't think Zcash will drop. We do need it. I'll admit it. Privacy coins, they're needed. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking. I'll keep this drawn over here just so I can go back to it for reference. And Welcome to the family. I will add Zcash into the favorites list. Hooray. Give a round of applause. Favorites. Awesome. Where did it go? Here it is. Oh, we're down 4% today. As I'm speaking about, like, so much bullish things about Zcash, we're just down 4%. Okay, pal. Yeah, I think Zcash will do fine. Not $1,000 type of fine, but we'll be fine nonetheless. Okay, perfect. That's all for the crypto analysis. Wow, I spent half an hour on it. Let's go ahead and get into the news. Don't expect anything too much to talk about here, but there's still stuff to talk about nonetheless. So, big news in Syria. There are 2 US soldiers and an interpreter that were killed in an ambush by ISIS gunmen in Syria. They are back. I've not heard ISIS since, what, 2018? Yeah, it's been a long time. Welcome back, I guess, to the news. Trump, obviously not happy. He says, we will retaliate on them. We mourn the loss. These are 3 great people. Looks like we're gonna give him hell indeed. He posted this as well on Truth Social, saying, we mourn the loss of 3 great American patriots in Syria. There were 2 soldiers and 1 civilian interpreter. Likewise, we pray for the 3 injured soldiers, who, it has just been confirmed, are doing well. This was an ISIS attack against the US and Syria, in a very dangerous part of Syria that is not fully controlled by them. The president of Syria, Ahmed al-Shara, is extremely angry and disturbed by this attack. There will be very serious retaliation. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Why did they do this? I don't know. Was it maybe because they classified the Muslim Brotherhood as a terrorist organization? Could that be the case? Why did ISIS just sudden resurgence? They're claiming responsibility for the attack. Classic. Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. They're in the name of Syria. That's where the attack occurred. Who knows, man? I guess we'll figure more stuff out later. Pete Hegseth also not happy. Sean Parnell posted that in Palmyra, Syria, yeah, we already know the 3 people were murdered, 3 were wounded. The attack occurred as the soldiers were conducting a key leader engagement. Their mission was in support of ongoing counter-ISIS, counter-terrorism operations in the region. So that's probably the reason why then. The soldiers' names, as well as identifying information about their units, are being withheld until 24 hours after the next of kin notification. This attack is currently under active investigation. Secretary of War, oh, we love that, Pete Hegseth, says that the savage who perpetrated this attack was killed by partner forces, while they already killed the culprit, apparently. Let it be known, if you target Americans anywhere in the world, you will spend the rest of your brief, anxious life knowing that the United States will hunt you, find you, and ruthlessly kill you. Well, there you go. No remorse. I mean, fair enough. And while this was all happening, we're also having our aircraft show going on there. Not actually. It's like, it's just what would we call it? Like, you're flexing your planes on the Syrians. According to Syrian sources, U.S. Air Force A-10 attack aircraft have carried out large-scale strikes against terrorist positions in and around the city of Palmyra, Syria. At the same time, U.S. Special Operations Forces operating alongside Syrian units are conducting an operation inside the city of Palmyra. So, yeah, so it's a partnership between the United States and the Syrian government to kind of counterattack the terrorists, right? Nice. Here's more information on it. US F-16s flex, there is the word flex, over Syria after the ISIS-linked attack on Americans. Yep, I just read that. Multiple American soldiers were seriously wounded. He is still there in a war zone most Americans forgot even existed. Okay. Trying to see if there's anything more relevant. No, not much. Just the fact that they're flying around over there. Okay. Another thing that's been going on. A mass shooting at Brown University. Details still emerging. This is in Rhode Island, United States. Trump says that he has been briefed on the shooting that took place at Brown University in Rhode Island. The FBI is on the scene. The suspect is in custody. God bless the victims and families of the victims. But The Brown University police reversed their previous statement. The suspect is not in custody. He is still at large. So, this is not good. This is not good to see. Misinformation, first of all. And second of all, yeah, of course, the shooting and people dying. No good. What's with the miscommunication here? Unprofessional, in my opinion. The president is tweeting out that the suspect is in custody. And then people are like, okay, streets are safe. Where the suspect has been caught, you know, they'll make him pay. But no, then they reverse their statement. Oh, actually, no, we made a mistake. The suspect is not in custody. I don't know if they caught somebody else by accident, or if there was just a general miscommunication, whatever the case was. Misinformation to the president. Not good. So, despite Brown initially saying a suspect is in custody, they're now saying no suspects are in custody and the shooter is at large. So the manhunt intensifies. Pray for the victims. Here is footage of the police raiding the Brown University building after the mass shooting. I don't know if there were actually people in here. It's a Saturday, first of all. Is university open on Saturdays? Question mark. I don't know. Whether or not it was open, I'm sure there was people there and they got shot. So we don't know the reason why. We don't know who it is. They said that the suspect was dressed in fully black or something. Not that the suspect was black. He was dressed in fully black. If anything, I would assume the suspect is probably white. This is a mass shooting that usually is carried out by white men. I don't know. Armed officers are actively sweeping the Prince Engineering building late Friday night. Oh, okay. It happened Friday night. What? How did I not know about this then? It remains unclear whether the suspect is still on campus, has fled, or if more than one person is involved. At least 2 people are dead, and 8 others are injured, though details remain limited. The mayor of New York City currently... Wait, this is not the current mayor. What? Isn't it Zohran Mamdani now? What's going on? Whatever. Mayor Adams on the Brown University mass shooting saying that NYPD is coordinating with Rhode Island. Okay, yeah. I don't think we gotta read all this. Okay, first responders are there. We'll see what comes up from there. This is... Who is this guy again? The governor? Is this the governor of Rhode Island? Is that even a state? I think it is, right? Rhode Island is a state, and this is the governor. Come on, man. Rhode is land. Did I spell it wrong? I put Rose. What the heck? Yeah, it's a state, and governor is this... No, it's this guy. What the heck? Who is this other guy, then? I thought he was the governor. Whatever, it must be a police chief or something. Someone important. This is the governor, the guy behind him. That's this guy. Good eye. Officials confirmed 2 deceased, 8 in critical condition following the mass shooting at Brown University in Providence, Rhode Island. Shelter in place is still in effect as police hunt for the shooter or shooters. Don't do shooters. Pray for the victim and the families, yes. And Trump is even more angry. Today, Trump has just been, you know, shaking his fist in the air at everything that's going on in the world. On the Brown University shooting, he says, what a terrible thing it is. All we can do right now is pray for the victims and for those who were very badly hurt. It's a shame, it's a shame. Yep. What else we got? Well, Venezuela. This has just got to be a clown show at this point. What are you doing, Maduro? He's holding a Macintosh printed circuit board from the 1990s, trying to pretend it's like modern technology and saying, we will produce advanced chips here in Venezuela, like those of NVIDIA, but better. All right, pal, you're not fooling no one. Also, this is fake sign language interpreter. Have you seen those? It's pretty funny. People who fake their way to becoming sign language interpreters on live TV, and they don't get caught until like well after the people notice, like, you're just making sign language of gibberish. You're not even doing proper sign language. Okay, well, yeah, that's another subject for a different day. Allow me to take a sip of my tea. That's all the shootings for now. We'll take a break. But it's a crazy world. I did also see, I think this footage came out today. Road rage incident of some guy, you know, some black guy, he stops his car in front of another one, gets out of the car, goes to confront the guy because of whatever happened back there, and it was an undercover police officer apparently. The guy pulls out a knife and starts attacking him through the window. The off-duty cop pulls out a gun, starts shooting him, and yeah, I mean, this is just the stuff that's going on in the United States. Classic stuff, right? Nothing new. Moving on from that, the odds of Kevin Warsh becoming the next Fed chair surged to 37%, as President Trump said that he is leaning towards Warsh or Hassett per Polymarket. For our next Fed chair, the guy that's going to be replacing Jerome Powell, we thought it was going to be Hassett guaranteed. Apparently now Warsh is on the table. This comes hours after President Trump said that he wants interest rates to be 1% or lower. A new era of Fed policy is near. Hey, Crypto Squid, welcome. Yeah, dude, so we're getting it. It's either Hassett or it's Warsh. Both are decent options. Here's more information on Warsh. We have talked about him before. His odds on Kalshi to become the next Fed chair skyrocketed to 41%. He's known for pushing for faster rate cuts, alignment with the Trump administration, and he's been a Fed member during the 2008 financial crisis. He's not currently a sitting member, but I mean, it'll be fine to have him back here as the Fed chair. We'll see, dude. The fact that he was a Fed member during the financial 2008 financial crisis. Gosh, I can't talk. I don't know if he was doing good or bad there. I mean, we had a huge market crash overall. You could argue that, yeah, we had a recovery as well. How though? What did he do during that time? Probably going to have to check that out later. Let me delete this. Let me go to Polymarket just to see. Fed chair. Who will Trump nominate as Fed chair? 52% is Hassett. Warsh is 38%. Two Kevins, by the way. I didn't even notice the names. Kevin. Waller would be fine too. Besant would also be fine. Bowman is also fine. I don't know who these people are. Moran is great, but he just got into the governor position, so he'll always push for a 50 basis point rate cut all the time. So I don't think we need him as chair. Maybe he's too pro-Trump, pro-cut. So yeah. Howard Lutnick, don't get this guy there. Jerome Powell again, that's not going to happen. This is an easy no. He's obviously not going to nominate Jerome Powell. This is free money, guys. 271.94. How long do I have to wait? December 31, 2026. Dude, that is a terrible return. You're better off buying bonds. I only make $1, not even $1. I make 30 cents in a whole year. All right. Like, that's ever gonna happen. So I know it's free money, but you're not getting any money either way. Ron Paul, that's not gonna happen. I don't know any of these other people. Janet Yellen, she was there before, wasn't she? Not anymore. Barron Trump, that was funny. What are the odds here? I'm sure that... Does it show like the history? Come on. It doesn't show the history here. But at one point, for whatever reason, Barron Trump was up here on the list. I remember that. Oh, the graph. Here it is. This is all time. There's a 1.2% chance, November 23, that Barron Trump would have been the next Fed chair. That would have been awesome. Donald Trump himself. Why is this a thing? This is just free money. 1% chance or a 0% chance? Not even 0.2% chance. Yeah, that's not happening. No one nominated before 2027. What? Come on, you gotta nominate someone. Okay. Yeah, that's what we're expecting for Fed chair nominations. I like Polymarket, dude. I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm not a gambler though. Okay. Strategy, MicroStrategy. They will stay in the NASDAQ 100 despite the growing scrutiny. The growing scrutiny is the fact that they will be kicked out of the MSCI indices, which involve... Testing my knowledge here. No, wait, what? Didn't they say it's NASDAQ that they're getting kicked out of? They're getting kicked out of NASDAQ and Russell? Oh, come on, dude. What is it? MSCI index strategy kicked. Oh no, delist, whatever. Delist. What? Just tell me what the indices are. I'm pretty sure it is those. I've talked about it extensively. I think you guys know what it is. But it's going to stay in the NASDAQ 100. Okay, that was one of them that was supposed to be getting kicked out of, though, right? So it's only Russell? Is it in Russell? Russell 2000 composition? Components, index components. Okay, fine. Can I search? Because I do not want to scroll through this endless list. Yeah, I'm in Canada. What about it? Really, can I search, please? Okay, no, you can't. I'm gonna control F, strat. It's not even in here. Oh, there's a page list. Okay, pal. Nope. 3. Why do we have this kind of technology in 2025? Is this even 2,000 companies? Dude, there's more pages. Oh my gosh, we're not going to find this ever. Symbol, can I search strategy? Here it is. Is this included in the indices? Dude, how do I find this? I've never used this thing before. Yeah, whatever. I can't find it. This is so dumb. Why? I could just use AI, can't I? Okay, well, we're using AI. I'm gonna go to here. What MSCI indices will MSTR be kicked out of in January 15, 2026? Just give me the straight answer. Don't give me paragraphs. What is ChatGPT doing? It's not even telling me the actual answer. Okay, here it is. NASDAQ and Russell. Yeah, so I was right. Russell, guaranteed kick out, although who really cares? There's 2,000 companies in there. NASDAQ is more important, and apparently NASDAQ is going to keep strategy. Apparently. Maybe. Potentially. Staying in the NASDAQ matters more than people think. The index inclusion equals passive flows and institutional legitimacy regardless of the noise. I don't know though. Will the MSCI overrule this? Like, despite what NASDAQ thinks? That could be the issue. I mean, it would be better, obviously, if they don't get kicked out, but we'll see. The reason why they're getting kicked out, by the way, if you're out of the loop, if you don't know, is because they're classifying strategy, digital asset treasury, the fact that they hold a lot of Bitcoin. They're basically saying you're nothing more than just another crypto ETF. If you have more than 50% of your company holdings in a crypto asset, you're basically a crypto ETF. That means we don't hold you guys here. We keep real companies that generate real revenue, not base their whole value off of a cryptocurrency. But it's Bitcoin, man. Come on. But anyway. And they give the 50% threshold, right? If your company, more than 50% of your company is in a cryptocurrency asset, then you're not a real company. You're just an ETF. You might as well just go buy BlackRock or Grayscale Bitcoin ETF at that point. So we're kicking you out of the index. That's basically what's happening. But MicroStrategy is like, no, you can't do that. We're actually a really good company. We're actually do software. But come on, I don't think they care. What else we got? Crypto spot volumes are down 66%. Bitfinex says it's a lull that often comes before the next move. Hey, we'll see. Yeah, it's not really hot right now. Even at these prices, killer prices by the way, nobody wants to buy. I saw another video as well that maybe this has to do with options, this whole suppressing the volatility kind of thing. People are selling, I'm not well informed in the subject, but it's something like the long-term holders are selling covered call contracts. They don't want the price to rise because otherwise they would have to pay all of that Bitcoin back. But while the price is not rising, they're loaning out their Bitcoin and generating passive income from it. Until the contract expires, I'm assuming, of course. And that is why they prefer keeping prices low right now to kind of make that passive income. Because if it starts rising, they do have to sell that whatever contract, the options contract, covered calls. I don't understand too much of it, but it's something like that from what I've understood. I'm trying to understand more options, as that's going to be one of my goals for 2026. Why not now? Well, I'm too busy. Not really, I don't do anything. But yeah, that's what's been going on. US government is now educating investors on Bitcoin self-custody. There's a real website out there called investor.gov from the SEC, it looks like, talking about introduction to investing, crypto asset custody basics for retail investors, basically giving you financial advice for free. With self-custody, you control your crypto assets and are responsible for If your crypto wallets are lost, stolen, damaged, or hacked, you may permanently lose access to your crypto assets. Ugh. We don't want to tell people that. What are you doing? But hey, they're giving you financial education here. That's fine. Government is bullish, by the way. Yeah, I agree. Crypto squid options are too tough. They're so difficult to... The concept, so hard to wrap your head around. Because there's just so much to take into account, right? In my opinion, options just look like free money, but I'm sure there's like a catch somewhere that I'm missing. Anyways, market structure bill delayed until January. That's also another thing that sucks. It's another thing that we also looked at in Polymarket. When will they pass this bill? I don't remember what it's called, but just something bill. Not Bill Clinton. Oh boy. Crypto bill, come on. No, market bill. Market structure bill, is that it? Come on, dude. Is it Genius Act? No, it's not Genius Act. Clarity Act. Is it that? Clarity Act signed into law in 2025. Here it is. Yeah, the odds of this have been dropping pretty significantly after being about 87% chance that it will be signed this year, because that's what we were told. By the end of this year, that thing will be signed. Well, we're at the end of the year and that thing is not signed. 7% chance. Can I bet no on this? How much would I make with only $271? I made a staggering $7. Not even $6. Yeah. When I do options soon as you're up some money, I get out. Yeah. Yeah, man, options is a whole new world. Yeah, okay. Well, market structure bill, we're gonna have to wait until January. The negotiations are still ongoing between the industry, the White House, and both parties, despite draft language already circulating. Okay. Yeah, short-term noise, these things take time, but the trajectory hasn't changed. I agree. Hey, did you know we were talking about Barron Trump earlier? He's secretly a fan of Andrew Tate. Let's go. Apparently he spoke to him over Zoom last year, according to a mutual friend, Justin Waller, who said their conversation included claims that Romanian prosecutors' sex trafficking charges against Tate and his brother were an attempt to silence them. I don't know, that's what they always claim. But also he does bring up a good point. Where's the evidence? That's what Andrew Tate normally says. But cool, Barron Trump, big fan of Andrew Tate. I mean, even President Trump has talked about the Tate brothers. He likes them too. That's awesome. Bros helping bros. X, Twitter, is experiencing unprecedented growth. 96% of advertisers have returned to X, proving the platform's undeniable value and reach. Same thing as we discussed before with the European Commission, the Streisand effect. They try to fine and suppress Twitter from being used, and now it's the #1 app in all of the European countries, pretty much. And the revenue is still going up. 9 months. They generated $2 billion worth of revenue. Major brands are back on the platform after leaving when Elon Musk took over. Remember that? Major brands that are back on the platform are Apple, Amazon, Disney, IBM, Lionsgate, Warner Bros. Warner Bros. Is getting bought out soon. The X app consistently ranks #1 in news across multiple countries, becoming the go-to platform for real-time information. I will agree with that. I mean, I'm talking about this on X itself. 99% of the news I share with you guys comes from X. Sure, there could be misinformation sometimes, but I usually catch it either way and let you guys know. Or there's always, you know, AI literally fact checking in real time for you built into the app, which is awesome. And if you do give out fake news, I block you. Like I blocked Reuters for giving us fake news that one time. What did they even do? I forget. They gave us fake news and I was like, screw you guys. I'm blocking you. I'm done. They don't even give good insights or anything. Just another account posting garbage. So yeah. X delivers results for brands and reaches the most influential audience on the internet. Okay, great. NASDAQ is trending. I want to see why. Does it have to do with MicroStrategy? Nope. Okay. Bitcoin hoarding company strategy remains in NASDAQ. Okay, so I guess that's still true. And this comes from Reuters. Wow, this is literally what I was... This can't get any better, right? The coincidence. Okay. What is this? Okay. Yeah, alright, great. MicroStrategy staying in NASDAQ. Bitcoin should be all the way up here from that news, but no one cares. It's a Saturday. We're gonna sleep on the news. I mean, this was, okay, let me just show you the magnitude of things, okay, guys? This whole drop from right over here, 100K to 80,000, 20% drop on Bitcoin was because MicroStrategy was getting delisted from those exchanges. That was the only big reason why. JP Morgan was the big pusher of that FUD, along with the MSCI at that time, giving out that news saying, oh, we're going to make everything crash. Because MicroStrategy is leaving. MicroStrategy, your Bitcoin profit guy, he's gone. Even, what's his name? Peter Schiff was against us this whole time. Sell your Bitcoin now that it's at 100,000. No, he was saying, he gave us a double take, right? He said, Bitcoin at 100,000 is a great opportunity to sell before it goes even lower. And okay, fine. He was right that one time. Sure, broken clock, right once or twice a day. Congratulations. But now that the FUD is over, the thing is still in effect, right? We're still expecting that thing to take effect. January 15, delisted from the exchanges MicroStrategy. That's still a thing. But now, I mean, this small recovery happened because JP Morgan now says, yeah, we're going to do the options thing with BlackRock's ETF. And we're seeing a lot of their ETFs starting their inflows once again, picking back up. And now that we know that NASDAQ will keep MicroStrategy, no one cares, dude. No one cares. It's just to show this is all manipulation, right? That's all I could say about it. Or maybe it's just Saturday and really nobody cares. That could also be the case. I don't know. Yeah, that's all the news I have either way for today. All right. I know, crazy stories. And same deal with like everything, right? And anything. Point at anything. We'll talk about the rate cuts. Oh, we gotta get our rate cuts, otherwise Bitcoin is going to crash. We get our rate cut and then we still keep crashing. Okay, great. Jerome Powell says, oh, we might not get a rate cut for December. Nothing is guaranteed. He said that last time in October. Well, we're in December. We got our rate cut and no one cares. We're still down here. Yeah, dude. Okay. What are we doing here? We're just playing these people's games at this point. That's why you just got to go with whatever the trend tells you. Right now that we're at a really crucial point, a breakout is going to happen either upward or downward. I'm expecting downward because this is the stronger downtrend. And frankly, everyone will just be like, hey, screw you. We're going to short everything and we're going to use Bank of Japan as the excuse. The fact that we're expecting Bank of Japan to hike rates. Perfect excuse. Why can't I see... Okay. Don't show me previous week. Show me this week. No, next week. Wait, yeah, this week. No. Yes. December 18, 10 p.m. Bank of Japan interest rate. Current rates are 0.5%. We're expecting that to rise to 0.75%. I love how this was not even... The first time I talked about this a couple of days ago, this number was not here, the 0.75%. It might have been over here, but this is the forecast. That's something separate. The consensus was not there. I talked about the fact that they were going to hike rates. Dude, what is that term? Whatever. They were going to hike rates. And then, what was it, yesterday? 10 a.m.? That news comes out, the news that I talked about. Oh no, we're going to get a rate hike. And then we just use that as an excuse to drop to basically where we currently are right now, 90,000. Price hasn't moved since then. So yeah, that's just the state of the world. We got to just follow what they want us to follow. All right. Zcash, do your thing. Okay, that's all for tonight, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Managed to make it through somehow on a dead Saturday. But hey, we talked about a lot of good, interesting stuff. That's good. New video posted. If you speak Spanish or you care about depression, go watch it. You don't have to. I don't blame you. Nobody does. No, that's not the end of that book. One more video. I'm going to make one more video on it, and then I'm done with that whole subject. Then I'll move on to something else. I don't know. I've got a lot of books here. I was thinking of going back to the library. Maybe check out some cute girls there or something. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I don't know, dude. We'll see. I still got a lot of books, like I said, so expect more of that coming soon. Because I got a bit of free time now, so I'm gonna start picking back up on that. Okay, yeah, that is all. Thank you, Crypto Squid. See you on the next one. That's gonna be tomorrow. Actually, I don't know. I might be able to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm likely gonna celebrate my birthday because it's Sunday and family will be over. I don't know how late it's gonna be until. So just a warning, maybe won't be tomorrow, but Monday is my actual birthday, but we're just celebrating it on Sunday because that's when everybody's day is off. Monday, I'm not doing anything on Monday unless I get an emergency call to go work somewhere. I don't think I will. Yeah, I'll probably be back on Monday for sure. Tuesday I won't. I have a Christmas dinner. And then Wednesday, I also won't on Wednesday. Oh boy, I'm gonna have a big week off next week. And then, I don't know, maybe Thursday I start working. I don't know, I might get a call from somewhere to be like, hey, you got work available Thursday, come work. Maybe McDonald's. So yeah. I don't know, I'll keep you guys posted. Follow the Twitter, it's there in the, I don't know if it's not in the description. It's in my main channel page on the links. Yeah, I'll just keep you guys posted if anything does happen. I'll give a quick update on Monday for sure, though, because I do have that day basically free. So, yeah, watch out for that. All right, I'll end the stream here. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good rest of your evening. Bye.